The stars were silent when the alien armada blinked into existence above Earth's moon, their crystalline ships glowing like shards of a shattered sun. Each vessel, vast as a metropolis, hung in the void with an elegance that masked their menace. On the bridge of the lead ship, Commander Scylla surveyed the fragile blue world below, his luminous eyes gleaming with certainty. "Another infant species," he murmured, barely crawling beyond their cradle. "They'll welcome our guidance." But as the Lumari prepared their offer of peace, a gift laced with chains, something stirred in the shadows of the solar system. Humanity, it seemed, had been watching the stars far longer than anyone suspected, and they were ready to rewrite the rules of first contact. The alien armada materialized above Earth's moon like ghosts stepping out of a dream. Their ships, vast as mountain ranges, shimmered with crystalline hulls that refracted starlight into dazzling prisms. Each vessel dwarfed entire cities, their elegance both mesmerizing and unnerving. On the bridge of the lead ship, Commander Scylla gazed at the pale blue dot below, his slender, luminescent figure steady despite the faint hum of his vessel's systems. His second-in-command, Vren, stood nearby, her multifaceted eyes scanning data streams. "Another fledgling world," Scylla murmured, his voice a melodic hum. "They've barely touched the stars. This will be straightforward." Scylla's people, the Lumari, had roamed the cosmos for millennia, offering harmony to nascent civilizations. Their pact was simple: advanced technology, boundless lifespans, and safety from the galaxy's predators in exchange for allegiance to the Lumari Concord. It was a pact that had unified countless worlds under their serene rule. Earth's scans confirmed Scylla's expectations: primitive nuclear arsenals, rudimentary digital networks, and spacecraft that struggled to escape their own gravity. Humanity was fractured, warring over scraps, plagued by scarcity. Perfect candidates for Lumari guidance. "Initiate the Harmony Protocols," Scylla commanded. The fleet broadcasted a universal greeting, mathematical patterns and pictographic welcomes. Earth's response came swiftly, a chaotic blend of awe and fear. Governments scrambled, their signals a jumble of languages and protocols. Dr. Elena Vasquez, a polyglot scientist with a knack for staying cool under pressure, was chosen to spearhead humanity's reply. When the Lumari invited a representative aboard their flagship, Elena stepped forward, her heart pounding with equal parts dread and wonder. The shuttle ride to the Lumari vessel was a journey into the surreal. The ship's interior glowed with walls that pulsed like living auroras, and a faint melody, like chimes carved from nebulae, filled the air. Scylla greeted her in a chamber that seemed to float among the stars, Earth's blue curve framed through transparent walls. His skin shimmered like moonlight on water, his eyes warm yet piercing. A translator device rendered his voice smooth and reassuring. "Welcome, Dr. Vasquez," he said, gesturing gracefully. "I am Commander Scylla of the Lumari Concord. We come to offer friendship." Elena struggled to mask her astonishment as Scylla guided her through the ship. The technology was beyond comprehension: devices that could rewrite biology, conjure sustenance from thin air, and harness energy that rivaled suns. Holographic records showcased worlds transformed by Lumari aid, war-torn planets now gleaming with prosperity, their inhabitants radiant with contentment. "Your people face many challenges," Scylla said as they passed a medical bay that hummed with impossible precision. "We can end your struggles: hunger, disease, conflict. All we ask is your trust." Elena's questions came fast. How did their tech function? What was the cost of their aid? What became of the unique identities of the worlds they helped? Scylla's answers were patient but vague. The Concord's member species, he explained, had embraced uniformity: Lumari laws, Lumari tech, Lumari values. Their old ways, he said, were refined for the greater good. "Change is never easy," he admitted when Elena pressed further, "but peace demands sacrifice." As the tour continued, Elena's unease grew. The ship's sensors were scanning Earth with obsessive detail: every satellite, every military outpost, every vessel in humanity's modest fleet. When she inquired, Scylla's response was smooth but evasive. "We study to understand your needs," he said, but his focus on Earth's defenses felt more like reconnaissance than benevolence. Stranger still were faint energy signatures the Lumari detected across the solar system, readings that didn't align with any known human tech. When Scylla asked about them, Elena feigned ignorance. "Solar flares, maybe. We have a few remote probes, but nothing significant." Scylla nodded, but his eyes lingered on her. The visit ended with an invitation for Earth's leaders to send a full diplomatic team. Elena returned to her shuttle, her mind racing. Hidden in her jacket was a covert device, recording everything with tech the Lumari shouldn't have detected. As the shuttle descended, she activated it, whispering, "Control, this is Vasquez. Data secured. They're just as we predicted. Initiate Phase 2. Back on the flagship, Scylla reviewed the encounter. The human was sharp, her questions probing. But Earth would see the wisdom of the Concord, as all worlds did. Vren approached, her expression tense. "Commander, the outer system readings are intensifying. Our sensors suggest large-scale activity, construction, perhaps." Scylla frowned. The data revealed massive energy signatures beyond Neptune, far beyond humanity's supposed capabilities. "Natural phenomena?" he asked. Vren shook her head. "The patterns are deliberate. Purposeful." Scylla dismissed it. A species this young couldn't pose a threat to the Lumari, whose fleet spanned half the galaxy. He retired to his quarters, confident that negotiations would proceed as planned. 3 days later, Earth's delegation arrived aboard the flagship. The meeting chamber was a marvel, its walls cycling through serene vistas of Concord worlds. Scylla sat at a table that gleamed like liquid starlight, facing Elena and her team of diplomats, scientists, and generals. Elena had spent nights poring over the Lumari's offer, and the fine print chilled her. She kept her expression neutral as Scylla began. "The Lumari Concord has united 512 worlds," he declared, holograms displaying utopian cities. "We offer humanity the same gifts, endless energy, eternal health, peace. The benefits were dazzling, reactors that never failed, cures for every ailment, faster-than-light drives. But the treaty's terms were a leash. Humanity would dismantle its militaries, destroy all weapons capable of challenging Lumari tech, and submit to Concord oversight. Scientific research would be controlled, independent innovation forbidden. These terms seem limiting," Elena said diplomatically. "What of our autonomy?" Scylla's smile was patronizing. "Autonomy without guidance breeds chaos. Your wars, your suffering, these are the fruits of freedom without wisdom." General Carter, a grizzled military leader, leaned forward. "You're asking us to disarm completely. What assures our safety?" Scylla's voice was firm. "The Concord's fleets are unmatched. No harm has ever come to those under our protection." Dr. Patel, a physicist, raised a hand. "And our science? Curiosity drives us. This treaty stifles it." Scylla's composure didn't waver, but his tone grew colder. "Unguided curiosity births destruction. We've seen species annihilate themselves." Elena's final question was soft but pointed. "What happens to those who refuse?" Scylla's warmth vanished. "The galaxy is perilous for those who stand alone. Refusal is unwise." The threat hung in the air. The holograms showed Concord worlds, uniform, sterile, stripped of their original cultures. "They look content," a young diplomat whispered. "They look hollow," Carter muttered. During a break, Elena activated a jamming device in a secure room. "This isn't a partnership," Carter growled. "It's subjugation." Patel nodded. "Their tech could save billions, but at what cost?" Elena's voice was steel. "Everything that makes us human." She sent a coded message to Earth, "Need time. Accelerate preparations." The response was swift, Phase 2 on track. When talks resumed, Elena proposed a phased integration, preserving some human independence. Scylla rejected it outright. Half measures breed conflict. Full unity is the only path. The Lumari grew impatient as the humans pushed back, their advisor, a wiry figure named Trell, whispering urgently to Scylla. Finally, Scylla stood. Perhaps a demonstration of galactic realities is needed. Tomorrow, you'll see the fate of those who defy the Concord. The delegation returned to Earth under the shadow of Lumari ships repositioning around the planet, a formation teetering on the edge of a blockade. In the shuttle, Patel stared at the alien fleet. "Are we doing the right thing?" she asked. Elena's gaze was fixed on the glowing vessels. "The right thing is rarely the easy thing. But it's the only thing that keeps us free." On Earth, encrypted signals buzzed between hidden bases. In the outer system, energy signatures spiked. Aboard the flagship, Scylla reviewed troubling reports. 3 other species his fleets had contacted had vanished, entire worlds empty, their ships gone. Unease nodded him, but he dismissed it. Humanity, confined to one star system, couldn't challenge the Lumari. The next morning, the human delegation returned for Scylla's demonstration. The chamber's walls turned transparent, revealing a cluster of asteroids. "These represent unprotected worlds," Scylla said, his voice icy. Lumari ships fired, their weapons unraveling the asteroids into nothingness. The humans watched, some awed, others pale. Elena, however, studied the energy signatures, her mind cataloging every detail. "Impressive," she said. "Could we have the scan data?" "For research." Scylla, pleased by her deference, complied. During a break, Elena transmitted another coded message, "Data received. Analysis underway." Meanwhile, Vren approached Scylla, her voice tense. "The outer system readings are spiking. The energy suggests construction on a scale we've never seen." Scylla's confidence wavered. The signatures were too precise, too powerful for a species like humanity. He ordered scout ships to investigate. The scouts reported empty space, yet the flagship sensors screamed of massive structures. "How?" Scylla demanded. Vren's voice was grim. "They're hiding something." A priority message from Lumari Command interrupted them. 3 other species had vanished without a trace. "Continue the mission," the message ordered, "but report anomalies immediately." In the afternoon session, Elena's questions grew sharper. "How do your shields handle stealth attacks?" she asked. Scylla bristled. "Our defenses are infallible." Carter smirked. "Even against the unknown." Before Scylla could respond, alarms blared. Vren rushed to her console. Massive energy surges across the system. "They're activating." The chamber's displays lit up. Space shimmered as stealth fields dropped, revealing colossal weapons platforms, shipyards, and fleets, none of them human in design. Scylla stared, stunned. "Those ships, they belong to species we integrated centuries ago." Elena's diplomatic facade fell, her smile sharp as a blade. "Integrated? You mean erased? You called it peace. We call it slavery." Scylla's mind spun. "How did you hide this? Your technology is primitive." Elena laughed, cold and triumphant. "We've been waiting for you, Commander. For decades." She activated a wrist device, and voices in extinct languages filled the room, species the Lumari had unified. "When you enslave hundreds of worlds, someone notices," she said. "Someone fights back." The truth crashed over Scylla. The vanished species hadn't been destroyed, they'd been saved, hidden by humanity's unseen allies. "Who are you?" he whispered. Elena's eyes burned. "We're humans. Just not the ones you expected." The displays showed a schematic of Scylla's flagship, every system exposed. "You scanned us," Elena said. "We scanned you back. Every demonstration, every threat, gave us more to work with." Vren's voice shook. "Commander, our communications are jammed." Scylla turned to Elena. "How did you build this?" She stepped closer. "We've been spacefaring longer than you think. Those primitive ships. Decoys. We let you see what we wanted." The displays revealed hidden bases, fortresses, and shipyards across the solar system, a trap sprung. General Carter spoke, his voice hard. "We know about your 512 worlds. We know the cultures you've erased, the people you've broken." Scylla felt fear for the first time in centuries. "You've met our fleets before," Elena added. "3 of them. They taught us everything we needed to know." "You destroyed 3 Lamari fleets." Scylla gasped. Carter nodded. "The first caught us off guard. We learned fast. The second was easier. The third didn't stand a chance." Elena gestured to the displays, now showing dozens of star systems, Concord worlds marked as liberated. "Every time you unified a world, we were there, offering the survivors a choice, hide or fight. Most chose to fight." The chamber's rear display flickered, revealing a monstrous ship dwarfing the Lamari flagship. Its hull, dark and menacing, bore the name Terra's Wrath in bold human script. "Our flagship," Elena said. "One of 50. The bridge feed appeared, showing a woman identical to Elena but battle-hardened, her uniform crisp with authority. "Hello, Commander," she said. "I'm Admiral Elena Vasquez. Permission to board?" "Twins," Elena explained, smirking. "I talk. She fights." The human delegation, along with Scylla and his officers, was transported to Terra's Wrath. The bridge was a war machine's heart, crewed by humans and species Scylla had thought extinct, all united under one banner. Admiral Vasquez faced Scylla. "This is the Terran Liberation Armada. Your Concord ends today." She activated a broadcast. "People of the galaxy," her voice rang out, translated into countless tongues. "The Lamari have lied to you. They called slavery peace, obedience safety. We offer you freedom." The screens showed liberated worlds, cultures reborn, people unshackled. Across the Concord, populations rose up, inspired by the Terran message. Scylla watched his empire unravel. Lamari fleets, unprepared for resistance, fell to the Armada's precision strikes. Even the Concord's core worlds rebelled, their citizens rejecting centuries of control. "Your own people are turning against you," Elena said, showing reports from the Lamari homeworld. "How?" Scylla whispered. Admiral Vasquez's voice was steady. "We learned from you. Your tactics, your arrogance. We built an alliance to exploit your weaknesses." The liberation swept the galaxy. Some worlds surrendered peacefully, others fought briefly, overwhelmed by the Armada's tailored technology. In the aftermath, the Concord collapsed. Worlds reclaimed their identities, their cultures flourishing anew. The Terran Armada honored its promise, aid for those who wanted it, independence for those who didn't. Scylla was released to his homeworld, where he lived quietly, haunted by the moment humanity revealed its true strength. Late at night, he'd stare at the stars, remembering the predators who had posed as prey. Humanity's message echoed through the cosmos: "We come in peace, but we are not weak. We offer friendship, but never mistake our kindness for surrender." The era of empires was dead. The age of liberty had dawned. Conclusion. The galaxy awoke to a new dawn, one where the Lamari Concord's iron grip was shattered, replaced by a tapestry of free worlds rediscovering their voices. Cultures long silenced bloomed with art, science, and defiance, while the Terran Liberation Armada faded back into the stars, their mission complete. Scylla, now a quiet figure on his fractured homeworld, gazed at the night sky, haunted by the truth: humanity hadn't just survived, they'd reshaped the cosmos. Their message carried on, carved into the hearts of every liberated species: "We offer peace, but we are not prey." Cross us, and the stars themselves will bear witness to your fall. The age of empires was buried, and from its ashes rose an era of freedom, forged by the unyielding spirit of a species that refused to bow. Let this message ignite your faith, rekindle your hope, and spur you to stand firm on your journey. Thank you for staying with me to the end. If this story stirred your heart, drop a like, share this video with someone who needs it, and hit that subscribe button to catch more content like this. May God's blessings overflow in your life, and I'll see you soon.